would have stopped being afraid sooner and earlier that greatness and abundance and wild success was available to someone that looked like me, someone that came from my background, someone that had my educational foundation, which was I'm functionally dyslexic. I struggled in school. I would have still given myself permission sooner to have a breathtaking, abundant life. While I was transforming my life, I still kept this sense of disbelief. And so I know that I slowed myself down a lot, because until I believed it was for me, it couldn't really come into my hemisphere. It couldn't come into my life. So I would have done more work on my mindset earlier. I would have not just chased the goal, I would have chased the new belief system first. Well, I hope that some of my mistakes, based on what I didn't know, helps you to know some things sooner, quicker, faster, or that it just helps to validate that you're not alone in your thinking. I don't ever try to be perfect. I just want to perfectly manage my imperfection.
One of the biggest reasons why you're unhappy is because deep down you know what you want, but you won't allow yourself to have it. And I want to break this down for you, because after coaching millions of people for the last decade, this is a fundamental issue for each and every one of us. So as you go about your life and you scroll through social media, you will inevitably bump into images or people who have the things that you'd like to have, or they're doing the things that you've always dreamt of doing. And instead of using that moment to inspire you to take action, to either learn about the thing you want to be doing, to do the work to get the things that you want, you're capable of doing those things. But instead of taking action, you make a fatal mistake. We all do this, by the way. You stop and you consider the thing that you want or the thing that you want to do, and then you tell yourself, it'll never happen for me. Right there, you just killed your inspiration, you killed your dream, you killed your goal, you invalidated yourself, you invalidated your desires, you pounded yourself down in the ground and basically said you're not worthy of that thing. And in that second, you just gave up on yourself and on all the things that are actually meant for you in your life. And so what do I want you to do about it? Well, here's what I want you to do about it. I want you to understand that you get to want those things, and you also can have them, but it's going to require action. And so the next time you find yourself going about your life and you feel that pang inside of you where you're like, gosh, I'd love to have that kind of car, or I'd love to have that kind of house, or I'd love to have that kind of health or mindset, note it, and then remind yourself of a simple truth. I can have that mindset. I can have that car. I can have that lifestyle. I just have to be willing to put in the work. It's that simple. Stop telling yourself it'll never happen for you. Because the reason why it's not happening is because you keep telling yourself it won't. The second you tell yourself it absolutely can happen for me, I just got to do the work, you will flip into a mode of taking action, and that's when you'll get it done.
One of my brain tattoos that I've become very well known for is, no one will believe in you until you believe in you. And so good people often become seduced by the chatter of their loudest fears. And what I mean by that is, we come up with a great idea. Let's say it's to start a project that will allow you to lead your field. Let's say it's an idea for a new product that will allow you to grow a new company. Let's say you come up with an idea for a new painting if you are an artist. Let's say it's an idea that will allow you to take your fitness and your wellness and your longevity to a whole new level of wow. And pretty shortly after you come up with the idea, your ego starts screaming. Because we are good in our comfort zones, but the moment we start to go blue ocean around our next level of mastery, our fears come up because we're going out into the unknown. It's human. You know, if you were to look at the psychobiology of it and you were to study the pure biology of it, there's a term called homeostasis. Human beings are hardwired for a steady state. And that kept us alive. So literally our heart beats around the same amount, the 72 beats per minute, and our blood pressure is within a small bandwidth, and that allows us to survive. But what happens is when we come up with a new idea and when we see a new opportunity and we start to leave our comfort zones into the zone of the unknown where greatness lives, we get scared. And the true heroes and the true titans and the true masters, those people are not fearless. Those are people who have just practiced walking into their fear and living on the razor's edge consistently to the point where they're comfortable amid their discomfort. And that's the great opportunity for you, not to avoid fear, but to be comfortable in the unknown, to be comfortable when you're terrified.